In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 MLB games happening on April 11, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Pittsburgh Pirates versus Cincinnati Reds. The Pittsburgh Pirates are kicking off a 3-game National League Central showdown with the Cincinnati Reds on Thursday evening. The action's going down at Great American Ballpark, and it's shaping up to be a good one. Both teams are coming in with a bit of momentum, so it should be a fun start to the series. Cincinnati has picked up 3 wins in their last 5 outings, while Pittsburgh has been strong on the road, snagging 4 victories in their past 5 away games. That said, the Reds probably have a slight upper hand here. Their bats have been hot lately, and they'll be facing Bailey Falter, who hasn't exactly been fooling hitters. In his first couple starts this season, he's been tagged for 9 runs, and when he faced Cincinnati last year, they got to him for the same number, 9 runs in 2 outings. It's hard to imagine that trend suddenly flipping. The Pirates, meanwhile, might not be able to keep pace offensively. They've had trouble against right-handed pitching, and Brady Singer has been solid early on, surrendering just 3 earned runs across his first 2 starts. He gave up 8 runs in 2 starts against the Pirates, and with Cincinnati's bullpen playing well, they will keep Pittsburgh's offense in check. Brady Singer gives Cincinnati a clear edge on the mound. Over the past few years, he steadily made a name for himself as one of the more promising young arms in baseball. On the other side, Bailey Falter has had a rough go so far this season, especially in his latest appearance, where he was knocked around for 7 runs in just 4 innings. The gap in pitching control really stands out here. The Pirates sit in 17th place with a 2.47 strikeout to walk ratio, while the Reds are up in 3rd with a 3.28 ratio, much cleaner. Cincinnati has also taken 3 of their last 5 matchups with Pittsburgh. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cincinnati Reds money line is our full game side pick. When it comes to hitting with runners in scoring position, both teams are holding their own. The Pirates are currently 10th in the league with a .753 OPS in those key spots, and the Reds are right behind them in 13th place with a .734 OPS on the defensive side of things. Both teams are middle of the road when it comes to giving up hits with runners on. Pittsburgh is tied with San Francisco at 15th, allowing a .246 average in those situations, while Cincinnati is tied with Tampa Bay at 20th, giving up a .252 average. In their last 10 meetings, the over has hit 5 times, lost 4 times, and pushed once. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. San Francisco Giants versus New York Yankees. The 2025 MLB betting slate rolls on this Friday, April 11th, featuring a full lineup of 15 games across the league. One of the more intriguing matchups is an interleague battle at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York, where the San Francisco Giants will go head-to-head with the New York Yankees. The Giants come into this game riding the momentum of a solid 8-6 victory over the Cincinnati Reds, bumping their record to 9-3 on the season. Meanwhile, the Yankees managed to edge out the Detroit Tigers in a close 4-3 contest, pushing their season mark to 7-5. Both teams are looking to stack another win, but only one will keep that rhythm alive. Robbie Ray has been rock solid for San Francisco and continues to pitch with confidence and control. On the other hand, things haven't gone nearly as smoothly for Marcus Stroman. Stroman's earned run average is a rough 7.27, and in his most recent outing, he only lasted 4 innings, surrendering 4 earned runs. While the Yankees have averaged a pretty healthy 6.83 runs per game, their offense might not be firing at full strength in this one. San Francisco, on the flip side, has built a bit of a reputation for pounding weaker arms. The Giants are a perfect 4-0 in their last 4 games when facing a starting pitcher with a WHIP over 1.3. New York may be returning home, but this seems like a spot where the Giants can really capitalize. Yankee Stadium isn't exactly pitcher-friendly, and Stroman's struggles only add to that disadvantage. Ray's form has been sharp, and he's done well against these Yankee hitters before. There's a good chance he goes deep in this one and holds the Yankees in check, while San Francisco takes advantage of Stroman early. As our first pick for this matchup, the San Francisco Giants money line is our full game side pick. Taking a look at the total, the over feels like a smart play here too. Stroman's been getting knocked around consistently, giving up lots of hard contact. The Yankees' bats are usually good for a few runs, and they'll probably tag Ray at some point, even if it's not early. Plus, Yankee Stadium's short porch in right field makes it one of the better places for overs historically. So far this year, the Giants have gone over the total in 7 of their 12 games, while the Yankees are right there too at 7 to 4 to 1. It's also worth pointing out that the Yankees' offense has been explosive when playing at home. Don't be surprised if they strike early against Ray, even if he's been steady. As good as San Francisco's bullpen has been so far, it's tough to expect them to stay lights out forever. Stroman's tendency to give up hard hit balls means the Giants should be able to do their part in getting the score up. All signs point toward this being a higher scoring game, and given how both teams have performed against the total, the trend should keep rolling. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Tigers versus Minnesota Twins. It's the first game in a 3-game series between a couple of American League Central squads, taking place under the lights in the Twin Cities. The Detroit Tigers are rolling into Minnesota to square off against the Twins on Friday night. Kicking off what should be a pretty telling early season clash, the Detroit Tigers have made some clear strides over the past couple of seasons. They're not packed with stars, and no one's calling them a powerhouse just yet, but this group has started to look like it could genuinely hang around the top of the American League Central. There's a real shot they stay in the mix if things keep trending the way they've been going. Friday marks the beginning of a set against the Minnesota Twins, a team that had high hopes coming into 2025. But so far, they've come out of the gate sluggish. After a solid 2024 where they ended above .500, the Twins are still trying to shake off the early rust and find their rhythm again. This is the first time these two divisional rivals will meet in 2025, and if their recent history tells us anything, it's that they're evenly matched. In their last 10 games against each other, they've split things right down the middle at 5 to 5, and even in the 6 most recent games in Minnesota, they're knotted up at 3 to 3. So we've got to lean into what we've seen this season to get a feel for what might happen next. Right now, Detroit's form just looks better. They've gone 7 to 2 over their last 9, while the Twins have dropped 2 out of 3 at home to start the year. The Tigers come in more rested, too. They had Thursday off, while Minnesota had to finish a road series against the Royals. On the mound, Paddock hasn't been sharp in either of his first 2 starts, including a rough outing against the White Sox. Olsen, on the other hand, was solid his last time out, and the Tigers as a whole have been playing clean, confident baseball. Even with the cold weather hanging around, Detroit's bats have stayed warm, and they've taken advantage of a Minnesota lineup that's dealing with a bunch of injuries to key hitters. Since getting swept by the Dodgers, the Tigers have bounced back and started clicking at the plate. Olsen looked better in his most recent start and seems to be settling in as a dependable young arm in his 3rd season. The Twins, meanwhile, are still trying to get out of their own way. Their offense has been cold, scoring 4 or fewer runs in 9 of their first 13 games. Things don't look any better with Festa getting the ball. He hasn't pitched yet this season, and last year as a rookie, he gave up 62 hits and 35 earned runs in just over 64 innings. To be honest, the Tigers just feel like the team with momentum right now. I'm not ready to give the Twins the benefit of the doubt anymore, at least not until they show something at the plate. Detroit's playing with swagger and crushing right-handed pitching lately. Olsen gives them the edge in the starter matchup, and their bullpen has looked sharper too. This just isn't the time or the matchup to put faith in Minnesota. Detroit are the team playing better ball here, and you can get them at a decent price. Until the Twins figure out their offense and Paddock turns things around, the smart move is backing Detroit. As our first pick for this matchup, the Detroit Tigers money line is our full game side pick. Through their first 12 games this year, Detroit's hit the over 6 times, with 5 undares and 1 push. They're scoring well, averaging nearly 5 runs a game, which dips slightly to 4.5 on the road. Overall, Tigers games are seeing an average of 8.67 runs, and when they're away from home, that climbs to 9.5. Minnesota, going into Thursday, had seen the under in 7 of their first 12 games. They're only managing 3.5 runs a game on average, though that does tick up to 5 when they play at home. The Twins games are averaging 7.92 runs overall, and at Target Field, that average jumps to 10. Even though these two clubs are more balanced than some others, whenever they go head-to-head, runs tend to pile up. The over has cashed in 6 of their last 10 meetings with 1 push, and their past 6 games in Minnesota have averaged just under 10 total runs. Looking at Detroit's recent track record, the over is 5-5 in their last 10 games, with an average of 5 runs scored by them in those matchups. The Twins are 4-5-1 to the over in their last 10, and their 3 home games so far in 2025 have seen a total of 30 runs scored. With Paddock still trying to find his footing, this feels like another spot where Detroit's bats can take over. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus Los Angeles Dodgers. On Friday night, the Chicago Cubs, currently sitting at 9-6 and holding the top spot in the National League Central, are heading out west to face the Los Angeles Dodgers, who stand at 10-4 and second in the National League West. This will be the first of 3 games between the two teams, and they'll be squaring off under the lights at Dodger Stadium. Chicago's had some good luck in Los Angeles lately, taking 2 straight series at Dodger Stadium and putting up a 4-2 record there. They've also been hot in general, winners in 7 of their last 9 matchups and currently riding a 3-game road win streak. The Cubs' bats have come alive too, cranking out 6 or more runs in 4 of their last 5 games, including that massive 18-run showing against the A's in Oakland just last week. Boyd looked sharp the last time he faced the Dodgers, going 6 strong innings and giving up just 1 earned run on the way to a win. Chicago has now taken 3 straight series, which includes a clean sweep of Oakland on the road. Meanwhile, Los Angeles pitching hasn't exactly been locked in lately. They've allowed at least 5 runs in 4 games in a row. The Dodgers still feel like the stronger team on paper, but they haven't been great when it comes to handling left-handed pitching. That's been a soft spot in their game this season. Chicago, for their part, is playing with confidence and momentum right now. If the Cubs are going to grab a win in this series, this game feels like their best shot. As our first pick for this matchup, the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. In 5 of the last 6 games between these two clubs, the total number of runs scored has gone over the projected line. Their last series in Los Angeles alone saw 40 runs cross the plate. Cubs hitters seem to like swinging in Dodger Stadium too, where they've batted .276 with a strong .486 slugging percentage in their past 6 games there. On the flip side, Dodgers pitching has been giving up runs at an uncomfortable clip, 5 or more in their last 4 contests. Chicago's offense has been locked in lately, putting up 7 or more runs in 4 of their last 5 games. They've hit the over in 5 straight matchups. And while the Dodgers may be struggling a bit on the mound, their lineup is still loaded. They finished last season near the top in several offensive categories, including 4th in the league with a .258 batting average. All things considered, Friday's game has the feel of another high-scoring battle. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.